You know the scene, right? You're on the couch, having a nice moment with your partner, and all of a sudden, a cold, wet nose just wedges its way right in between you. Or what about when you're at the park and you dare to pet another dog? Suddenly, your own dog is throwing a full-on fit. We always laugh and say, "Oh, he's just jealous." But is that what's really happening? Let's get into it.
So, is this just your dog being a classic attention hog, or is there something, deeper going on? We're going to dive into the science to see what's actually happening inside that furry little head of theirs.
I mean, this is a moment pretty much every dog owner recognizes instantly. You're trying to have a quiet moment, and boom, you've got a furry intruder who is demanding to be the absolute center of the universe. It feels really personal, doesn't it? Like they're literally saying, "Hey, what about me?"
And it's not just about other people either. You see a cute dog, you lean down to give it a pat, and your dog is right there, pushing, nudging, barking. They are making it crystal clear they are not a fan of this whole situation.
Okay, so here's the big idea. What if we're looking at this all wrong? What we see as just pure drama might actually be something way more primal. Your dog could be reacting to what they see as a threat to the single most valuable thing in their entire world, their bond with you.
But, is this just a nice story we tell ourselves to feel better about our dramatic dogs? Or is there actual science to back this up? Well, researchers have been digging into this exact question, and frankly, what they've found is pretty fascinating. Let's take a look at the evidence.
So, a team of psychologists over at UC San Diego, led by Christine Harris, they came up with this really clever experiment to figure out if dogs feel something that looks like human jealousy.
Here's how they did it. They had owners interact with 3 totally different things right in front of their dogs. And the results? They were pretty striking. When owners showered affection on a realistic-looking robotic dog, a whopping 75% of the real dogs showed those jealous behaviors, like pushing or barking. But look at the difference here. When it was just a bucket, only 22% reacted. A book, 40%.
And this right here is the key. Your dog isn't just bored and looking for something to do. That huge difference in their reaction to the fake dog shows they can actually identify a social rival. And when they do, they act to protect their most important relationship.
But it's not just about rivals. A different study, this one in Austria, looked at whether dogs have a sense of fairness. They had 2 dogs perform the same trick, giving their paw, but only one of them got a treat. So what do you think happened?
Well, the dog who didn't get a treat, he stopped playing along pretty quickly. Scientists call this inequity aversion, but really it's just a basic sense of fairness. It's that feeling of, hey, I got a raw deal. And it just goes to show how attuned in our dogs are to social dynamics. This reaction to unfairness, it's a key ingredient in the emotion we call jealousy.
All right, so we've got the behavior and we've got the science. But what's the why behind it all? To answer that, we actually have to go way back in time, to the evolutionary roots of our dogs, to really understand why this bond with us is so incredibly critical to them. You see, this behavior isn't new at all. For their wild ancestors, having strong alliances within the pack was literally a matter of life and death. If you lost the attention of the pack leader, that meant less food and it meant less protection. So when a new person or a new pet or even a baby comes into the house, their ancient instincts can kick in, and they see it as a major threat to their safety and their security.
And this is such a crucial shift in perspective. We tend to see their actions through our human lens. We call it dominance, or being rude, or just being dramatic. But for our dogs, it's almost certainly coming from a much deeper, more primal place. A genuine fear of loss, an instinct to protect their bond with you, and a deep feeling of being unsafe.
Let's be really clear about this. When your dog shoves themselves between you and someone else, they're not trying to be the new alpha. They're acting out of a deep-seated fear of being replaced. In their mind, they are literally fighting for their spot in the family.
Understanding this changes everything, doesn't it? It lets us move from feeling frustrated to feeling empathy. And from there, we can actually use positive training. So, how can you manage this behavior and actually strengthen your bond at the same time? Let's get into the practical stuff.
Okay, here are 4 really positive steps you can take. First, and this is a big one, don't reward the outburst. Remember, even scolding them is a form of attention. So instead, just calmly ignore it. Second, when they are calm, reward that behavior with praise and affection. Third, create shared experiences, like going on walks together, to build that team mentality. And finally, build positive associations. Get that new person or new pet involved in fun stuff, like feeding or playtime, so your dog starts to learn that they bring good things, not loss.
So, do dogs get jealous? Well, maybe not in the same complicated storytelling way that humans do, but the science is clear. They value their relationships fiercely, and they will absolutely act to protect them. So the next time that cold nose pushes its way into your space, just remember what you're really seeing. It's not misbehavior, it's love, asking for a little reassurance that their place in your world is safe and sound.